a one-point win for the New York Knicks. Hi, I'm Scott Van Pelt here in the Garden, and you're watching at home. We were watching here. We all watched the same thing, and nobody can figure out how the hell it happened. The context will be provided throughout the hour. We'll visit with OG Anunoby in a moment. The evening looked like it was headed 2-2. The series going back to San Antonio, best 2 out of 3. This young Spurs team in its 22nd playoff game had a 41-point first quarter. Couldn't have shot better. They looked great. A million things go wrong for them. It's a 58-30 second half. And a joy in this building and in this city that hasn't been seen since 1973. To the highlight of Game 4. The Garden was a little on edge after the Spurs won Game 3. And early on in this one, Karl-Anthony Towns had picked up an early foul. And then here, as he drives for an and one, no. All right, he's going to the line for a couple, but you see that hook of the arm? The Spurs challenge. And it's his second foul, the fastest player to have 2 fouls in a finals game since 1998. So one of their most impactful players has to go to the bench early. And the Spurs came out, as they so often do, the first team in the history of the finals to have a 10-point lead in the first quarter in the first 4 games. There's Wembanyama doing his thing. It's a 15-point lead. Now Wemby going to work. Off glass, bucket good. On the other end, as he's giving Robinson an earful, says, I'm in your head, and Robinson has had about enough of that. That turns into a flagrant one. Wemby says, I am in your head. It's a 41.0 turnover, 9 assists first quarter. As close to clinically perfect as basketball can be played. San Antonio's doing everything right. Up 21. Here off the scramble, the kick. Devin Vassell buries the 3, and that is not the look you'll see on Spike Lee's face when he's with me later in the show. How about the young 20-year-old Dylan Harper? Spectacular. His impact remarkable at this stage of a rookie career. 14 threes in the first half, most and a half by a team in finals history. So they're making history of the right kind from the Spurs perspective in the first half here. About 9 1/4 to go in the third. Wemby and Cat get tied up. And that's a flagrant foul on Wembanyama. That's up to 3. If he gets one more flagrant, he'll be suspended because he had a flagrant 2 earlier in the playoffs. But it's 81-56. How big a deal is any of this? All right, well, Brunson gets a 3. Larry David, no, go away. Mark Shapiro, I'm not interested. Leave me alone. We're getting trucked. Well, 90-72. All right, OG Anunoby step back. Yeah, and a friendly roll. 15-point game. Can they get it to single digits? That was the question Stanford Steve and I were asking one another. He thought they could. All right, let's see. There's Cat. Hits the 3, hits the deck. Play on, no foul called. It's a 12-point game. And now can they get to that threshold and make it a single-digit game and make this building really alive? Yes, it's now down to 9. Brunson with the right hand off the glass. Remember, they erased a 22-point fourth-quarter deficit against Cleveland earlier this year. Adam Sandler roaring. Now it's a corner 3. OG Anunoby, all 3 of these. And now Taylor Swift in the building. Everybody is roaring that's cheering for the Knicks. On the other end, this felt like a big shot at the moment as it pushed the lead back to 7 from Wembanyama. But then, something we wondered if we could see because they're just not very big. Brunson and Alvarado playing together, and Alvarado buries the 3. And it's a 4-point game, under 2.5 to go. That familiar organ in the Garden has everybody roaring. Now they're chaining defense after the 3 from Brunson, who went for 36 on the other end. It's a turnover. Here comes Hart in transition. New York leads. No! They don't lead. He misses the bunny. How could it be? I'm good. I'm good. You can't miss that one, Josh. On the other end, Wembanyama down the lane. No, he'll go to the line for a couple. And my man Action Bronson said to me, it was 10 on the Richter scale when he went to the line. Misses the first. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He misses a pair. On the other end, can New York push their nose out in front? Brunson floater is good. And under 1.5 minutes to go. Now Larry David's ready to cheer. On the other end, Fox, no, and there's Stephon Castle fouled. on the rebound. He made 2 huge free throws late in game 3. Steps to the line, and this young man's expression never changes, and you're not going to rattle him. That's Cash. 1-point lead for the Spurs. 30.3 to go, and now New York on the other end. Brunson with a miss, and it's a mad scramble. De'Aaron Fox don't need a shot. He takes it to the rim anyway, and OG Anunoby gets the block. New York comes the other way. Clock running down. They gave the foul, not a backcourt, although it was close. Foul called on Fox right there. They had the 1 foul to give. So now off the inbound. It's Brunson from deep. No, Wembanyama's out there to challenge the shot. There's nobody on Anunoby, and he gets the tip in. Those are the 32nd and 33rd points for this young man that is ascending into superstar status in these finals as he soars to get a right hand on it and a soft tip. And the roar in this building is hard to describe, but they still had to survive the inbound. And it looks like Cat maybe got a fingertip on it. Stephon Castle couldn't catch it cleanly. And it's bedlam. It's bedlam in Madison Square Garden as New York erases a 29-point deficit. It's the finals. They have a 3-1 series lead heading to San Antonio.
It's a pleasure to welcome to the Volkswagen post-game report the man of the moment, the man who's got New York City in the palm of his hands. It's OG Anunoby. And OG, when you sat down, you and I kind of looked at each other and shrugged. How do you make sense of this scene and your role in creating it?
Just staying with it, you know. Our team's super mentally tough, resilient, you know, we're battle tested. We've been through a lot. And, you know, we were down 29, but it was still positive, you know. No one getting down, no one getting mad. Just staying with it, knowing it's a game of runs, knowing we were going to go on our own run.
Yeah, but my card here says 71-42. That's the score. And I understand staying with it, but at some point, that's a hill to climb that seems perhaps not climbable tonight. At what point do you guys really begin to sense we can win this game tonight?
I mean, we thought so even when we were down.
Okay.
We weren't thinking about punting the game. We were like, stay with it. Get it down to 18, get it down to 12, get it down to 10, get it down to 6. Stay with it. Keep pushing.
In the fourth quarter, the noise, it starts amplifying. How much do you sense that this very talented Spurs team is starting to really feel the weight of this building and the force that you all are bringing?
I mean, I think they felt it. I mean, we have the best fans in the world. They're in it no matter what. When we were down, they were still with us, supporting us. You know, they're always going to be loud and into the game. So I think it definitely had like effect.
I kidded the other night when I spoke with Dylan Harper. I asked him, I said, you ever seen Steph Castle smile? He said, never. And I said, I feel like when I watch you and him play, you're two very talented, very serious dudes. I saw a smile when you and Spike hugged each other.
Yeah.
What joy do you allow yourself, understanding that, as the late, great Kobe Bryant said, the job's not finished, but with what you just did, you're much closer than you would have been otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you win a game, you got to celebrate. You got to enjoy the small victories, you know, even though we have our main goal of winning 4. So just enjoying it for now, but, I mean, tomorrow, back to work, watching the film, practice, preparation, getting ready for Game 5.
It's the greatest comeback in the history of the finals, down 29, and it's your tip-in with 1.2 on the clock that give the margin that's the victory. What happens in that play? I mean, it's Jalen doing his thing, and then you crash, I guess. What do you see? What happens in that moment?
Jalen got a good shot, and I just crashed, came in, tried to get a tip in, and I did.
I'm looking to see, is there a body on 8? Nope. So it's a fairly clean tip. It's as loud a roar as I've heard in a long time. What goes through the body in a moment like that? Understanding there's still time on the clock, but like, oh my gosh, we're up.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know how much time was on the clock initially, so I had to look up. And once I saw this time, like, calm down, let's get a stop now. Let's get a stop and win the game.
You've become such a gigantic piece of this New York team. How has your confidence grown? It seems to me, even throughout this playoff run, and particularly this finals run, where it's obvious that you are becoming a force that is really difficult to bargain with.
Just being aggressive, trusting in my work. My teammates trusted in me. My coaches trusted in me. They see the work I put in. You know, they know I care about this a lot. I put in a lot of work, and it's been showing.
I don't know if you were aware of the joy that's happening around me. And I mean, it's A-listers in all direction, and that doesn't matter. They're people just like all the rest of us, right? But I mean, it's bedlam. It's all the vets. They're going bananas. People are like almost in tears. I mean, what's your ability to participate in that as it's happening when the clock hits zeros?
Oh, I mean, everyone's excited right now. Everyone's excited right now. It's pretty cool. It's an amazing moment. You can enjoy it for now, but like I said, we got to get ready for Game 5, you know. Come out. We don't want to be down 29 again, so clean up the stuff that got us down 29, try to prevent it from happening, and move on.
I'm seeing those smiles creep onto your face tonight, and they certainly should. I mean, you see the joy right there, and it's profound. I mean, this city is not easily impressed, man, but just walking around over these past couple of days, the sense of what you all are close to giving them is remarkable. But the job's not done, and I know the work will continue as you take the trip down to Texas. Thanks for taking time after what was an incredible night, man. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thanks, man. Appreciate that a lot.
It's cool to have that young man sit down in the midst of all of it. Again, the context here is the largest comeback in the history of the finals. It's the largest halftime comeback in the history of the playoffs, any round. And Brunson and Anunoby are the first New York Knicks duo to have 30-plus in the same NBA Finals game. Brunson was